You're running a side hustle out of your personal checking account, mixing Taco Tuesday spending with your business revenue, and wondering why tax season feels like defusing a bomb every single year. Let's talk about whether separating your money is actually worth the hassle, or just one more thing the finance bros told you to do so you'd feel busy. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The IRS doesn't care how small your operation is, but they absolutely care when your business expenses look suspiciously like a Netflix subscription and a weekend in Vegas. We're talking about a system that can either protect you or expose you, depending entirely on whether you took 30 minutes to open a second account. Think of your finances like a kitchen. If you're cooking for paying customers and your family in the same pans without washing them, nobody wins, and someone eventually gets sick. Mixing personal and business funds is the financial equivalent of that, and the contamination goes both ways, making it nearly impossible to see what your hustle is actually earning or costing you. The optimism hit hard. When you first started, you were making money. You felt like a CEO, and the idea of systems felt like overkill for someone pulling in maybe $800 a month on the side. But then April arrives, and suddenly you're scrolling through 12 months of transactions, trying to remember if that $60 purchase at Staples was for your business or your kid's science project. The psychological weight of financial chaos is real, and experts who study small business behavior consistently find that disorganized founders underreport income and overestimate profitability not out of fraud, but out of pure, exhausting confusion. There's a quote often attributed to Peter Drucker that says, "If you can't measure it, you can't manage it." And nothing proves that faster than trying to run a side hustle out of your personal Wells Fargo account. Here's the cycle that plays out almost universally. Hustle starts, money mixes, taxes hit, panic ensues, and someone Googles LLC formation at 11 p.m. in February. The community of small business owners online will tell you, almost unanimously, that the single most regretted delay is not separating accounts sooner, and the most celebrated move is the day they finally did. A common misconception is that a separate account means more complexity, more fees, and more adulting than the side hustle actually warrants. But most business checking accounts today are free, take 20 minutes to open, and immediately make your bookkeeping 90% less painful. You're not building a Fortune 500 company. You're drawing a line in the sand between your money and your business's money, and that line is doing the heavy lifting for you. The practical lesson from every freelancer, Etsy seller, or weekend contractor who's been through an audit or even just a stressful tax appointment is simple. Clean books are your first and best defense. When every dollar in and out of your hustle flows through one dedicated account, your bookkeeping almost writes itself, and tools like Wave, QuickBooks, or even a basic spreadsheet become genuinely useful instead of overwhelming. Don't swing to the extreme. Either you don't need a bookkeeper, a CFO, and a $300 software subscription just because you're selling handmade candles on the side. Moderate structure, applied consistently, beats elaborate systems applied occasionally every single time. And the discipline of checking one account weekly is worth more than a year of ignored dashboards. The risk of staying disorganized isn't just taxes, it's that you genuinely cannot make smart decisions about whether to scale, quit, or invest in your hustle if you don't actually know what it's earning. Flying blind feels like freedom until you realize you've been subsidizing a money-losing operation with your day job salary for 18 months without knowing it. There's an irony here worth sitting with. The people most resistant to business admin are often the most entrepreneurial, creative, and ambitious, and yet the one thing standing between their side hustle and a real business is 20 minutes and a free bank account. The chaos isn't a badge of hustle culture. It's a ceiling you're nailing yourself inside. Philosophically, the best businesses aren't built on inspiration or timing. They're built on boring, repeatable systems that work even when motivation doesn't. Separating your accounts won't make your hustle profitable, but it will make the profitability visible, and visible problems are solvable problems. At the end of the day, whatever your side hustle becomes a full-time business, a reliable second income, or a chapter you close gracefully, you'll handle every outcome better with clean, organized finances than with a chaotic single account trying to serve two masters. Preparation isn't pessimism. It's the quiet confidence of someone who decided to take their own operation seriously. Whether your hustle grows into something massive or stays beautifully small, the structure you build today is the foundation everything else sits on. And the good news is it genuinely costs you nothing but a little time. If you're ready to take the next step, whether that's real estate investing, home contracting work, or finding the right lenders to fuel your goals, check out our links in the description below.